wait, no, we don't want to start the demo. Alright, well, here we are, guys. A brand new Let's Play. I promised that after doing Eternal Darkness, which was a bit on the obscure side, that I would instead do a little bit more of a well-known gem, and as far as old-school first-person shooters, this was an easy choice. This was actually the first-person shooter that I'd ever played as a kid, so this one still has a nice bit of nostalgia, and it's one that I'm sure many more of you can relate to, so... I've got a brand new file here, so let's go ahead and create it in. And for those who are not familiar with this game, which I guess there are some that never played it or never heard of it. Yeah, GoldenEye 007. This was a James Bond movie that they made a video game for it. I guess really in my mind it's like the best licensed video game ever. It seems like usually when they make video games out of movies or TV shows or something like that, that it always goes badly. But this was an exception. They really did a good job with this one. And of course it was done by Rareware, which did tons of awesome N64 games, so they knew what they were doing. But anyway, let's jump right in here. Select mission, we've only got one available to us, and I don't know, is there really anything else I need to go over? I mean, the storyline for the movie, I don't really think it's that important. I mean, and we'll see a good portion of it throughout the game, so I mean, I don't think I really have to go through too much, so... I just know that James Bond, like, for those who aren't familiar, just know that James Bond is a British secret agent to MI6, and, well, with that, let's jump right in here. As far as how I'm going to be doing this Let's Play, I'm actually going to be trying out a few different things. I think for the first time in recent history, I'm going to be trying something that's, like in the hardest difficulty. I think the last time I did this was with Star Fox 64. So we're going to go with 00 Agent difficulty. And it does actually give us a little bit of an intro before each mission, so we've got to neutralize all the alarms, install a covert modem, that's nice old school technology, intercept data backup, bungee jump off the platform, pretty everyday stuff if I say so myself. And before each mission they give a quick rundown, like the background of the mission and all this other stuff. Really don't need to waste my time too much on it, but I guess if you want to, you can pause the screen right now and read it, so it's at least there if you want it. So just to be clear, that's just a quick background. The next part is a briefing from M, and I'm trying to remember. I think M is his boss, James Bond's boss. I don't know. I need to brush up on my James Bond lore before doing these videos, I guess. And everybody has code names. James Bond's code name is 007. His boss is M. His tech guy or his gadget guy is Q. So, yeah, again, you can pause the screen here to read it, but I'm not going to dwell on it too much. And then Moneypenny is the secretary, and her commentary is always just kind of snide and silly, but it's fun. And with that, let's jump right in. We're at the hardest difficulty, 007 mode. So we've got extra objectives. Enemies are way harder to kill, they drop less ammo, you have less health, body armor, which is your... Instead of picking up health packs, you can pick up body armor, which gives you an additional health bar. That's a lot harder to find. There's a few things, but yeah, it's the same basic gameplay. And as an additional handicap, well, I don't know, some people actually prefer playing this way, but just to keep things even more interesting, let me go to the options. Let's see, auto aim. Taking auto. There we go. Taking auto aim off, so that everything has to be done manually on the old school N64 controller, no less, where you have one analog stick and the C buttons. So I don't know. I almost prefer doing it this way. It is definitely an added challenge, but I don't know. It keeps things interesting. And actually, oh whoops, I'm gonna go and set the ratio to act accordingly. I hope this looks okay in the recording. I know I've been experimenting with widescreen stuff before, but oh, actually, wide. There we go. Yeah, let's try that. What's cinema then? Yeah, anyway. If this goes absolutely horrible, I'll just restart the video, but if it goes well, then, well, you're watching it, so there we go. Everything else looks pretty sweet, and yeah, I gotta keep the music up. Actually, I was just gonna comment, the music, at least in this stage, is just excellent, so there's a lot of good music in this game. So you got the covert modem and a pistol, a silenced pistol, and that's all we got, so we're dropped in with not much to start with. Alright. Got this guy right here. Yeah, you've got a little aiming reticle so you can manually aim. Otherwise, it is just kind of moving the C buttons. Actually, let me double check. I think I accidentally set it to be inverted, and I do not want inverted controls. Yes, I do not want revert. Oh, wait. There we go. Yes, upright. There we go. It's one of those things where, yeah, you press down the control, or you press the C down button and it looks down. I don't like the inverted controls. I know some people do. Alright, that guy. He's gonna get it. Yeah. Oh, wait, nope, he's still going, yeah. Yeah, normally three shots from a silenced pistol would be enough to do him in, but... Oh, crap. No, he's gonna be coming around. Oh, there he is. Oh, crap. Oh, man, I'm already sucking. Alright, which way is that gonna... Alright, there he is. Thankfully, the AI in this game is really not that brilliant, so... Works out pretty well, I should say. In fact, there are a few quips with the AI that... Well, I don't want to say exploiting, but you have to bear in mind whenever you're playing this game. Like, I know that one of the biggest things about this game is how certain guns have certain, I guess, alertness level. Whoa, look out! Have certain alertness levels to them. So, like certain loudness. So, like a silenced pistol, you're not gonna alert anybody with that weapon. But like a rocket launcher will get everyone's attention, and certain weapons have certain loudness. So, like if an enemy is within a certain radius, they'll hear you. That kind of thing. Oh man. I was gonna be all fancy and use the sniper rifle, and I guess I still can, but I'm at risk of getting shot myself. Oh, come on. Why gotta be like that? There we go, yeah! And most enemies, and I'm saying that with a great assault, but most enemies you can bring down with one hit with a well-placed headshot, so there's location-based damage, which is quite nifty. Man, how do they see me from all the way back here? That's amazing. Oh yeah, when you pick up a sniper rifle, instead of having the unarmed combat with your hand, you use the butt of the rifle. That's kind of fun. So, anyway. Alright, so someone was seeing me. I can't... Yeah, they're shooting at me. And I can't see shit, so I'm gonna get a little bit closer and sexier for this one. Actually, I'm playing this, and I keep accidentally catching myself playing like it's like it is the reversed aiming, so maybe that is what I need. I think I can see their heads there. I think I got one of them. Ow! See, yeah. Well, that guy right there, yeah. Damn. He's running, all guns blazing up, and then I shot him in the throat and he choked to death. That's a little graphic, huh? I saw one guy right over there. Yeah, I changed the ratio to be 16:9 and made it widescreen. I don't think, did it change anything? I don't see any difference. In fact, let me double check that, actually. I'm suspicious. Yeah, it stayed wide in 69. Maybe I have to restart or something. But I am gonna. It's embarrassing. Actually, maybe it's always been set to reverse, and that's just what I'm used to. But yeah, I keep messing myself up. But no, give it a shot. It seems like I'm never satisfied. If I set it one way, I'm used to the other way. So. And am I? Okay, yeah, I saw his gun fly up there, so that's a good sign. Yeah, this is really the first shooting game I've ever... Well, definitely the first-person shooter. I have to catch myself when I say that. The first-person shooter I've done on here. And I guess the first shooting game... Well, I don't know if you can really call it a shooting game, but the first shooting game since Star Wars Bounty Hunter. That was more of an action-adventure sort of hybrid. I mean, it had shooting in it, so there's that. And yes, these barrels with these skull and crossbones placed conspicuously in an open area like this. Yes, those do explode if you shoot them. And of course I'm going to shoot them and explode them, but after I make sure I clear out everything else first. One interesting thing is, yeah, there's this truck here, and you can hear it. The truck is definitely running, and I mean, there's no one. It's either someone's driving and they don't give a crap, or there's nobody driving the truck and it's just got a mind of its own. But yeah, it's actually stuck behind that wall there. But yeah, let's blow these up. See a spectacular explosion. And by spectacular, I mean old school N64 style explosion. So we'll open the door. We get this guy right here. And yeah, it opens the gate and it just kind of rolls through. So if there's someone driving it, well, maybe they're on our side. I don't know. I don't think there's any bad guys around here. So that's one of these. There we go. Yeah, it's got to close the first one. So I guess it's a security gate. And clearly it's doing its job well. Here I am running through with this assault rifle. That if you look at it closely, and I always thought this was so ridiculous as a child, or as a kid when playing this, but at least in the case of this assault rifle, when you hold it this way, it looks like a pencil. I don't know. It's just one of those things, like, I couldn't unsee it as a child. Why do I keep saying that? As a kid, I always thought it was so ridiculous. But anyway. It's one of those childhood things that you don't really think about until you're, well, I like to think of myself as a grown man. Oh, come on. Oh no, someone set off an alarm? Why did they do that? It's not very nice of them. And I suck at aiming, because I'm a fucking idiot. Alright, let's do this. This guy's gonna shoot at us first, so I'm gonna duck for cover and then shoot his fucking brains out, because I'm a nice guy like that. Especially if I can do it right. Alright, go back to sniper rifle. Let's keep the long distances here. I'm actually surprised I didn't automatically fail the mission by them setting off the alarm. Oh, I thought I got that guy in the head. Maybe I didn't. Now he's done. Of course, you know, he had a fancy suit and he had a fancy head, so you know he must have been an officer. Whereas these guys are just regular grunts. But yeah, I guess I mean, I have to neutralize all the alarms, but I guess it's okay if I set one off myself. It's one of those things. And yeah, the truck's parked, so yeah, whatever. He's happy. That's what matters. And let's see, there were a few. There we go. There's one. Cool. So I got the good stuff. And yeah, we gotta neutralize this guy. And by neutralize, we mean shoot it in the face. So that's just some good secret agent technology for you. This is interesting. Is this a... Oh, no, I guess it's not something I can actually open. Nothing else in here, though. Pretty quiet and bare, useless room here, but it's where those guys were hanging out before we shot them to death, so it's all good. And behind here's where we have to install the modem. I don't know how you would know that otherwise, but playing the game as much as I have, I know that this is where you put the modem. Got a few more weapons since we last saw this pause screen. And I do love the pause screen as the thing on his watch. It's pretty cool. It's a nice little touch. Adds an extra secret agent kind of feel to it, so that's nice. Makes it a little cumbersome when you have to pause really quickly. Because like, if you watch, he has to look down, bring out his arm. I mean, it's not instantaneous, so stuff can happen. Like, gameplay does not freeze when that goes on, so it's just, I don't know, you gotta be mindful of these things. Now, we've only accomplished one full objective in like a third of another one. We've neutralized one alarm. Whoa, look at it. Neutralized one alarm and we've installed the modem, but we still have to do the mainframe thing. That kind of rhymed. And neutralize the rest of the alarms. So we still got work to do. And, oh, come on. Aiming thing, there we go. And again, because I've played this game more than a person should. I mean, it's... the hours I've put into this game probably rival the number of hours that I've put into the original Super Smash Bros. I mean, it's pretty obnoxious, really. But yeah, I just know where so many of these enemies are, and I mean, I guess it's just prerequisite knowledge that you have to know in order to play this game effectively, especially when you get to the, oh, nice climbing of the ladder, just jumping down like that. But yeah, when it comes to the harder difficulties especially, you really have to know your shit, because it gets really crazy. Not so much so far. I mean, we've seen things that have been pretty tame. I've got shot a few times, but nothing too bad. But trust me, there are some later levels in this game that will really try my patience. And yeah, I have no doubt that there will be some some pretty harsh failures. Switch to the no, okay, fine, I'll do it this way. I need to switch to my silenced pistol so I don't alert the guys downstairs, because there are more enemies down there. There we go. And yeah, I guess I'll go ahead and take out all of them while I'm thinking of it. But yeah, there are some later levels that are really tough. And yeah, you know, for those that are looking for the failure videos where I screw up a lot and die a lot, then this is for you. But I will actually, and this is another thing that I'm looking to try out with this Let's Play, something new that I have not done, is to show all the deaths and all the failures that I do. I mean, I know before I've done, excuse me, before I've done plenty of off-screen stuff where if I can't get something, I'll figure it out off camera, then come back. So this time I'll make it a little bit more accessible by maybe showing like a video montage of all my deaths after a certain level or all my failures, just to keep things interesting and to be a little bit more comprehensive in that sense. So, and I'm gonna start at the end of this first tower over here. Another weird trick is that sidestepping in this game makes you walk way faster. So if it looks like I'm moving funny, it's because I am. It's because I'm sidestepping to move things along here. Yeah, it's just the assault rifle. I think and let me double check. I wasn't paying attention because I'm awesome. And yeah, yes, all alarms are gone, so now we're good on that part. So you just now need to install the mainframe backup thing. There we go. And jump off of a cliff, or bungee cord, whatever you want to call it. Alright. I think there are definitely some guys down. Oh, wait, nope. Oh, they are coming from both ends. Shit. I was hoping to start on one end and work my way back. Damn. Okay, well, I'm in a bit of a bind here. Don't know which way they're going to be coming from first. And yeah, you really can't jump in all guns blazing, at least at this difficulty. Maybe if I kind of... What are these? Maybe? I don't know if I actually did anything just now. No, they're shooting at me from there. Alright, let's do this. I'm gonna run in all guns blazing. Up. Shit. Man, I really don't want to die on this first level. That'd be a bit of an embarrassment. There we go. Shit. I do forget about this, and that, yeah, you do kind of start off in a... Ouch. I hope there's body armor somewhere. You do kind of start off in the middle, so you have to work your way, well, to either end, I guess. I mean, you gotta pick one and go for it. Yeah, I know they're shooting behind me. I don't know if you can really see what I'm doing. I'm having a hard time seeing what I'm doing, actually, zoomed in like that. Alright, let's start heading back this way. I think we've got enough so we can make some progress here. They're still shooting. They're still shooting, and I'm still getting my ass kicked. Alright. Man! How many times did I shoot that guy? Again, that's an example of how many times you really gotta shoot to bring these guys down. Alright, I don't know if there's a guy standing there, but if there is... Oh, there was! I just heard him die. See, that's one of the few instances where I'm glad to hear somebody die. But yes. Oh yeah, when there's an explosion, it leaves a nice waft of smoke, so it's very realistic, you see. Oh man. Further, going back here, and I think this is actually towards our objective. So this is actually the right way we want to be going. Oh, no it isn't, I'm an idiot. And not quite bonus material, but extra fun stuff, I guess, is that, yeah, you get this nice outdoor docking area, which is kind of cool. No bad guys out here, I think, and maybe there's body armor. I'm not really going to look for it. I think we're nearing the end, but maybe for some difficulties there's some body armor out here. And you get a nice outdoor view, you know, it's some nice blocky scenery. It's very, very old school in that sense, but yeah. And one little fun fact is that there is an island over there. I remember back in the day there was always a lot of speculation about what could be on that island, and I really don't know if you can see it very well, even when it's zoomed in, but I mean, you can see the roof, you can see a window, I mean, there's stuff over there. I remember as a kid always wondering what was over there and how you could get over there. I guess this kind of goes back to what I had talked about back in the Super Mario 64 Let's Play, when I was talking about how, you know, back in the day before the internet, or before websites, or before message boards, a lot of times gamers were a lot more isolated. Beyond things like Nintendo Power, we really didn't have a way of communicating or to share secrets or anything like that. So when it came to hanging out with friends and playing these games, a lot of it was just speculation. You know, you couldn't look on Wikipedia, or you couldn't do a Google search to see what sort of secrets there were, or Easter eggs. So a lot of it was finding it yourself, and even more of it was just guessing what might be out there. So, you know, you would have things like, oh, I wonder if you can play as Luigi in Super Mario 64, or, oh, I wonder if there's that secret world in GoldenEye. You know, it sounds silly now, but before the internet, how else would you know? So, I don't know, just a little history lesson with Super Hobbit, I guess I'll call that segment, if I can call it anything. But anyway, through all my yabbering, we're making some progress here, and this way is towards our objective. So I guess that was a little bit of a useless detour that I took just now. I hope I'm shooting him. I think I did. I think I shot him. Yes. And of course, because this is the hardest difficulty, all the enemies only drop 10 bullets when you kill one. So you gotta be mindful. God, how many times did I shoot that poor fellow in the face? And this is a movie game, so yeah, do you remember that time in GoldenEye when James Bond shot that one poor sucker in the face 38 times? Oh man. Though even, I mean, like I said, it's just a licensed game, and as a general rule, licensed games usually suck, but this was an exception to that rule. This game is a really, really awesome game. And it's held up really well over the years, all things considered. Um, and as a licensed game, I mean, it does take some creative liberties, I guess you could call them, but it stays true to the storyline, and I mean, there are some objectives in here that are like they're taken straight from the movies. Like you could have taken it right out of one of the scenes there. So, I mean, it's a good game, but it's also true to the source material. So it really does everything right, in my opinion. All right, with that, I think that was the last bad guy. I think this really complicated operation involves going up to one of the mainframes and hitting the B button. So there's a nice, exciting countdown. I think maybe some bad guys show up, or maybe not. Huh. Okay, well, that wasn't so bad. Oh man, I think we're done here. I think we can now exit the level, and exiting the level happens to be our final objective. I hope there are no extra baddies waiting for us, but I don't think there are. I think that countdown sequence is more of just like an extra exciting thing, or maybe if there were enemies that you had forgotten to pick off, maybe that would have alerted them. But because there are none that remain, we're good to go. And well, I was a little worried there that I might die in this very first level of the game, but no, I managed to come out in one piece. And we got a bungee jump off this cliff here, so here we go! I hope you remember to set the bungee cord! And we get a nice little cutscene to show what it looks like. And there he goes! Leap of faith. It's very cinematic. Again, it's keeping with the movie theme. It does the movie thing really well, so this is a great example of a licensed game that was done the way it should have been. So, look at that, we completed all the objectives. God, I'm so damn good at this. So good at video games. And this is another kind of extra fun thing that I want to try with this Let's Play, is I want to show statistics at the end of each video. So I want to show the total time that I've played, and my overall accuracy, which I'll of course calculate by hand, and the total number of headshots and body hits and others? What's an other? Maybe shooting their gun? Or shooting their gun? That's fucking weird. You never shoot somebody in the dick. South Park has taught me that a long time ago. But anyway, yeah, the shots total, the kill total, I'll be keeping track of all of those. I guess the only thing I can't really keep track of is weapon of choice, like overall weapon of choice, but I'll show the number of times the KF-7 Soviet has been my top choice, so. I know a few Let's Players have done that. I know the Runaway guys have been doing that with their videos, so I figured, why not? This is a good video, especially since they show the track record at the end of each level anyway, so it's not like I have to go back and count every single individual bullet that I fired. So, and the next video, we'll be showing the level facility. Got a few more objectives here, and well, with that, I think this is the end of this video. I'll be organizing this Let's Play as a video, a level, or I'm sorry, a level. No, I was right the first time. A video, a level. So I'm only doing it one at a time, but we're at 20-something minutes right now, so I think this is a good one. So, but that was the first level of GoldenEye 007 for the N64. Hope you guys enjoyed it. There's plenty more to come, plenty more exciting secret agent, super sexy, fun shit to be seen, and plenty more embarrassing failures on my end. So I'm telling you, there are some crazy levels here, but we'll see them in no time at all. So thank you guys. I'll see you with the next video. Bye-bye.